Okay, Ideen, what do you got? Rock of Rancor. Ideen has further knowledge of the mysterious deaths. I don't remember what any of their voices were, so sorry in advance. There's been something else I heard about the deaths. It appears all the victims have been comely maidens. I'd better watch out myself, huh? Unseemly japes aside, there's a rumor been going around. There's some whisper that after each victim died, her rancor went into the great big rock southwest of here, causing it to flash and moan. This bears investigating, I reckon. I'm gonna give you a fire sand stick to blow off a piece of that crag. The stick doesn't come with a fuse or anything, so you have to throw the thing. Once you've torn the rock a new one, bring back some of the fragments, and I'll give them a gander. Alright. Throw some dynamite at a rock. Got it. I love Grandpa Time. Alright, I actually have to throw it. Fire sand stick. A hollowed out wooden tube filled with several ounces of fire sand, used in mines and tunnels to pulverize large boulders and clear away cave-ins. So, how about that? It's probably unsafe. Humming crystal. I have to grab all these? Oh boy. That's so many. And it takes so long. I thought she just said one hunk. Riveting. Riveting gameplay. Oop. And... yeah! I think that they used to do it, like, based on how heavy the thing was supposed to be, which ends up relevant later. Spoilers. But like, it seems really pointless for it to be like that. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, it has its flaws. I like it. I kind of like the episodic nature of it. Like you've sort of got these like set quest episodes. It's not like a big overarching thing. You have little adventures. Most folks are too scared to go within 100 yalms of the Rock of Rancor. It has a name. But what's a few vengeful spirits to a dauntless adventurer like you, eh? Lightning aspected crystal. Bigger than a shard, but not quite large enough to be a cluster. The energies emitted by this crystal lightly tingle the hands of any who touch it. I think I'm wearing gloves. Huh? I mean, these are just your old garden variety crystals. It's a bit hard to tell beneath all the dirt and grime, but they're definitely lightning aspected. I almost hate to say it, but that explains the flashing and the moaning. Nothing to do with the masked stranger. Looks like I've gone and wasted both your time and a perfectly good fire sand stick. Oh well. Alright. Everol. Seeing eye to winged eye, Everol has information to share regarding your investigation. There is something you should know. I've been keeping this to myself, lest I worsen Medrin's paranoia, but I too have seen the winged eyeball. I cannot say whether it was coincidence, but my sighting took place precisely at the same time as Medrin's. I was heading home after a day of digging when a shadow fell upon me. Looking up, I found myself locked in a gaze with a giant eyeball. I let out a scream at the top of my lungs and ran without once looking back. Wow, must have been embarrassing. This happened in the rocky area west of here, in case you had a mind to investigate. Alright. Let's go try to find that eyeball. So we are almost done with 2.0. This is ARR Part 3, and ARR Part 4 is the end of 2.0. Oh, really? Oh, there it is. It's the fart gas of conflict. I'm gonna turn on my Defiance, even though I don't really need it for this. Hello? Giant eyeball, where are you? Come to Grandpa. Heavy Bane Might. Boom. Get fucked. Alright. That was nothing. I don't think that was the eyeball. Glowimed. Ah. Summerhill. Dude. A monstrous bane might appeared, and you slew it. That creature had long been a scourge among the folk of Forgorn. Intentional or no, you have done us a great service. You have my gratitude. But this does make me wonder, was it truly a winged eyeball I saw? Or merely a trick of the light combined with blind panic? Medred, what do you got? Power of deduction. Well, there's the eyeball. Medred is troubled by the dearth of new developments in the murder investigation. This panic attack guy. There have been no promising leads in the murders. I can scarce get a wink of sleep, knowing that the killer is still at large. Judging by your furrowed brows, I take it this troubles you as much as it does me. I have been pondering my encounter. I was uncertain for a time, but there can be no doubt it was a winged eyeball that I witnessed. It's implausible that I could have mistaken so distinct a creature for a bane might. But you and I were miles apart. How could we have both seen it at precisely the same time? What's more, our adventurer friend here had a run-in with the bane might at the very spot you claimed to see that fiendish eyeball. Isn't that right? I mean, yeah. There must be an explanation. I know I saw an eyeball with wings. I would wager an apple tart on it. Ooh, he's serious. But listen, mayhap it's not as mysterious as we're making it out to be. There's no reason why there couldn't be... Gods, of course! Then there must be more than one of the buggers! Oh, it's so obvious! But then that means, since there have been repeated sightings of these fiends, then there must be even more victims as yet undiscovered! Nope. I do believe we're out of our depth! We ought to leave the rest to the expert! Yes, we're just civilians after all. Good luck, adventurer. It was a pleasure knowing you. Well, I burn to know the truth. Some things are best left unknown. Lest you have forgotten, it was at the rocky area to the west that I had my encounter. Should you discover aught of note, you will want to alert the authorities. There's a guardhouse nearby. The serpents there should be pleased for any information that pertains to the security of the region. You guys are wuss bags. It's just some Arimons. It's just some Void Scent. Fucking Juju eyeballs. Well, we don't know what those are yet. Mangled corpse! Eyeball! Gotcha. She doesn't look too mangled. Oh, she had a mask on. So they hide her face. Oh, nope. Nope, not that. Mangled corpse. Great. Alright, Serpent. Ethelmare. Greetings, adventurer. Is there aught I might assist you with? Here, have this corpse. The body of this poor soul has been defiled in more ways than one. Ugh. Jesus Christ! Gods be good, not again! Oh yeah, she got a mask on. No matter how many bodies I see, I cannot seem to get used to the horrid sight. Poor woman. Identical deaths have been reported of the Central Shroud. While the masked stranger you seek does not seem to feature in any sightings, sightings of the winged eyeball are common enough. The creature appears to be moving the bodies, but to what end? None can say. Hey CDF, welcome. The victims have all been young women. All are found with their faces mutilated beyond recognition. It's been difficult to identify them, so as to notify their next of... Miss Button, engraved with a lily motif. It's the very same object that was found upon another victim. A family sigil. Or that of an organization, perhaps. I'll do it too. Either way, I dare to hope that this find will prove pivotal in solving the murders. Hey, Oblivion Child, welcome. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. Secret of the White Lily. Ethelmire wants you to hold on to the button. I would have you hold on to the lily button. You will need it to continue your investigation. While it isn't standard procedure to entrust key evidence to individuals, you have proven yourself reliable and resourceful in this matter. I'm a captain. I see no reason why you shouldn't carry on your work. If I might make a suggestion, you may wish to take the button to Gridania and have it examined by me own. Mayhaps someone in her vast network of contacts can shed light upon its sigil. Alright. Mion. Let's have a chat. Oh yeah. New Mog Tomes coming up. I think next week. Not to date this video. Good evening to you, Graf. By your grim expression, I suspect you aren't here for scones and herb tea. Lily button. A lily sigil is carved into this thin ivory button. Well, isn't this a lovely little button? The engraving is quite exquisite. Artisan level quality, I would say. Where did you say you found this? On a dead body! Lovely! Anyway, I'm afraid I do not recognize the lily sigil. You will have to find the answer the old-fashioned way. By asking around. You could do worse than beginning with Bernadette over by the Etherite Plaza. She has a sharp pair of eyes, that one. Lovely. Hey, Bernadette. Need help tracking down the owner of a button. That's certainly not a request I receive on a regular basis. Well, go on then, show me what you have. Show me what you're working with. Seems to be some manner of decorative button, reminiscent of those worn by the families of old, though I cannot claim to know its sigil. However, I can say with certainty that the White Lily is a recurring theme in Gridanian culture. Alas, I do not know who would make a personal sigil of it. If there is a soul in Gridania who does, it would be Singulad over at the Lancers Guild. The woman makes a point of knowing all the citizens on a forename basis. You know what I'm gonna do? Is I'm gonna use the Ethernet to just warp there. Touch. Ethernet. Lancers Guild. Cut down my travel time. This poor idiot getting yelled at. Singulad. Bernadette believes that I can help you. Well, it is a rather bold assumption to make. I will try to assist, never you fear, but whether aught comes of it is another matter. Now then, what do you require of me? Look at this button! Fascinating. Work of this quality is rarely seen in the hands of ordinary Gridanians. The owner of this button is most certainly well-to-do. You may wish to take your search to the Gentry's Ward, northwest of here. Wait, a memory comes to me. Of late, there has been a man who is perpetually seated at the bench by the ward's entrance. His name is Asandel, and I distinctly recall seeing a markedly similar button upon the breast of his jacket. I dare say he can tell you a thing or two about it. Thanks. Investigations. The Grandpa Investigations. We're not allowed to go into that ward, are we? That's like the actual housing ward. Not the Adventurers housing ward, but where the actual Gridanians live. Like, in through there. Hey, buddy. You look like shit.
I do not believe we are acquainted. Pray leave me to my thoughts.
Yo, check this shit out.
The sigil of the Datancourt's family. How is it that you came to be in possession of this bottom? From the body of a murdered woman. Her face. Was it marred in any way? I had feared as much. Oh, I can no longer feign ignorance. I shall reveal to you the truth of the deaths, but on one condition. Promise to put an end to my lady's madness and free her from her torment.
Alright. Don't sit down, I'm gonna talk to you again. Skeletons in her closet. Arsandel has a confession to make regarding the mysterious murders. Solve a murder.
I was once a manservant in the employ of one of the oldest and proudest families in Gridania, the Datancourts. During that time, I had the honor of waiting upon Lady Amandine, mistress of the household. Fair as summer was she, and possessed of a heart befitting her radiance. Alas, the calamity wrought a great change in her. Though my lady escaped with her life, death may well have been a kind of fate. Never will I forget the day her bandages were removed and she beheld her disfigured face for the first time. At that moment, the kindly woman I knew ceased to be. Unable to bear the thought of being seen, my lady sequestered herself within her chambers and refused all company. This continued for many uneasy moons, until one day, without warning, she began receiving queer guests.
Rude. It's not that weird. I have queer guests all the time.
None among us knew whence they came, these masked men, but my lady believed that they would help her to regain that which she had lost. So began the rites of rejuvenation.
Uh-oh.
These rituals seemed innocent enough in the beginning, but grew ever more grotesque as time went by. Eventually there came a day when my lady bound one of her handmaidens to her bed and proceeded to mutilate the poor girl's face. Suffice it to say, she did not survive the ordeal. It fell to me to dispose of the body.
That's fucked up.
I performed the dreadful task as maid, obedient servant that I was, but when the time came to return to the house, my legs refused to move. I knew then that I could not go back to that place, not after the nightmare I had witnessed. So it was that I left Hawk Manor, my home for nigh on half a century. Long did I weep for the girl who was slain, and longer still for the woman that Lady Amandine had been. Yet one cannot weep forever, and I endeavored to put the matter behind me. Indeed, I had resolved never to speak of my experience, till you appeared before me. My lady's madness must be ended, lest more innocent lives be lost. Lay her tormented soul to rest, as you swore to me you would. She awaits you at Hawk Manor, on the western edge of the central shroud. Go now, go and do what must be done.
Ba 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 ba. Okay. I mean, I'll try. Stand up, sit down. Sit down, stand up. Ah. Oh my god. Oh, there's controls. Teleport. Brr. I do feel like there needs to be a pop at the end of that. Whoop-oo. Dunstan's Spire. Aren't those Giza Maluks? No, Death Gaze. Eyeball! Well, that would explain it. Oh. So, the FF11 event is on right now. I'm not saying that, I'm not saying there needs to be an explanation for it. I just think it would be funny. Yeah, I did the event several years ago. But, I think you can redo them now. Hawk Manor now accessible. Alright. Let's go in there. We got our guys. We got our Scion Conjurer, Thaumaturge, and Lancer. They're fucking ready to go. It's a nice set. I'm actually kind of looking forward to seeing what stuff from 11 will be in the Alliance raids next expansion. Ah! So we get a haunted house level. Hawk Manor. Like, I should solo this? Part of me doing this playthrough again was to experience the duty support stuff. Because it's new. Do I remember how to do this? Yeah, I guess it is. Oh, I gotta be careful here. Yeah, they fucking don't have job stones. This might be where things get a little challenging. I wonder if they ever get job stones. Oh, you guys really need to help me. No, stop that. Get him. Get him! Fuck him up! Yeah, there we go. We got him. Bitch! So we have to get all the keys so I can get into the secret area at the end. I mean, I guess we don't have to. Make sure that they can fucking see me. I can appreciate that they tried to do, like, more puzzly stuff early on. And, like... But that's sort of not what the game became. Dungeons aren't really about that. Oh, is there a key in here? There is not a chest in here. No, not in duty support. Unlock the door. Boop. Ba-ba-bo. I'ma get ya. Gotcha. Give me that tiny key. Now that is a dead end. It's the vein mold. The bomb. Get over here. Don't go attacking them. Screw you. Uh-oh, here she comes. Waiting for her to do Dark Mist. Yeah, stop that. Oh boy. There we go. Okay. That was a little dicey. They're trying their best, though. Anything in here? Hey, a key. Give me that. Taking that. Hey, it's a sentry. You piece of shit. Get out of my face. He's gonna run away like a coward, right? Get him. Oh, he just dies? Well, that's weird. What a mansion! Sure. It's blood. I sure hope this is not Chris's blood. Can't stop, won't stop. Get her! Fuck her up! Stop that. Ow. When do I get vengeance? 38? Fuck. Damn. I'm not used to hitting that shift 5. That button might as well be a click. Yeah, fuck you. I really miss my gap closer. Don't know, you don't know how much you miss the gap closer until it's fucking gone. Stop it. So these Scion guys... Ooh, hey, she did it! Good for her! So these Scion guys all have the Echo, technically. Because they were able to fight with me against a free. I feel like it would be nice for them to have like a little bit more story or names, maybe. Especially if they're like always accompanying you. By the way, some of this manor stuff actually fucks. Like, those are like a real nice versatile glam piece. They can't be dyed, but they have nice metallics that match a bunch of stuff. They've got like a nice dark brown leather. I recommend going through the old ARR stuff because there's like quote-unquote new equipment. Ah! Oh, there was a stairway. It's forest! Oh my god! Well, I mean, it wouldn't be safe for them to fight Ifrit otherwise. It wouldn't be safe for them to be there. So I think the implication is that they all have the Echo. Especially because they're scions. Like, and like Arenvald is the Echo. He's in the scions. And Menphilia was saying that she was collecting people that had the Echo, trying to gather people that had the Echo. Hey. But now that's changed. Because there's duty support. Whatever, I like my little AI people, and I wish they had a little bit more flavor. It'd be nice. Give them names, especially if they're gonna be consistent. Like, from the get-go, if there's gonna be, like, a full party. It would be nice if they were, like, hanging out in the Waking Sands. And you could, like, go visit with them and talk to them as your, like, duty support people. And they probably wouldn't do that, but it's like, I like the idea that maybe, yeah, I don't know. It's nebulous, but I like the idea that these guys are consistent, like, from the start. They're, like, distinct. They look distinctive, too. I don't know why I'm doing all these rooms. I have, like, no reason to. Feels like just a little bit of flavor for them would go a long way, because I think they end up as Grand Company officers, like later in the story. Later in their progression, more blood. Like, they start as scions, and they end up as Grand Company officers. Or they start as eager, and then they turn into scions, and then they turn into Grand Company officers. So it's cute. It's nice to see their progress. And I kind of wish that, like, every time you go to the Waking Sands, you could, like, check in with them. And, like, go hang out with them a little bit. Get a little bit of, like, flavor dialogue for them. That maybe they'd be hanging out. Of course, if they added that, then I would have to play this all again. I'd have to do New Game Plus again. It would be cute, though. I think it would be nice. I got 5 of these keys. So I am going to have enough to get in. Yeah, additional lore. I want to be like, it wouldn't be that much work, but it's like, I'm sure there's, with the Crystal Tools crap that they still have to work with, even as much as they've upgraded and modified it, that they would still have to do a lot to completely add a new NPC, let alone 4. Because it's 4, right? It's 4 NPCs. It's the tank as well, which I'm not getting to meet. But the idea that they were like along for the ride and were like hanging out with you, and then after Realm Reborn are with the grand companies and like hanging out and like doing work. And that over time you can like go and stop by and check in with them, and they have like dialogue depending on what state the game is in. The job trainers. I won't say any spoilers for Endwalker, but if you haven't gone back and talked to your job trainers and class trainers post Endwalker, I highly recommend it. Because there's extra dialogue from every one of them, and it's pretty good. Okay, so you gotta get the Jester first, right? No, stop that. Oh, nope, he was out of range. I don't know. It depends on how you subscribe to it. I don't think it's weird that you have help from other people that have the Echo, but there's one that's the star, that's the Warrior of Light. When I write the stuff about Graf and like what he's involved in and what events he was at, I don't know. I kind of like thinking about it. It's like, yeah, he was here to help Meteor Survivor during this event. One of the ideas is that he was at his canon's actually changed now, because he was supposed to go to Toto Rock with Meteor because he could read Garlean's script, and that was why he was taken in during that mission. But there's no more Garlean script in there. Hey Juan. And make sure you grab this. You know what I really like is that they added this. So you just it just takes you back to the entrance. Because before you had to know to hit return. Is there... Okay, I have a bunch of these tiny keys. Okay. What a mansion. I think Graf's Warrior of Light cannon, like... he would have help. He would have help from these people. He would call them up. Jesus. That's so absurdly large. How does this fight work now? Like, I'm genuinely curious, because it used to be a clusterfuck. Bitch. Before we do that, let's go into the secret room. Is there only one now? So there's not enough tiny keys for every room. I swear there used to be more. There used to be like 2. Bam. Are the attack hounds only in this area specifically? I don't think there were any doggos anywhere else. But if you save one key, you can get into this one. Which has Heart Snatchers as a weapon in it. Hey. Wow. Leave them alone. I was hoping it would have like manor whatever. Manor lacquer or whatever it is. Which helps you make the manor furniture. Manor furniture is actually pretty versatile. One of the things that the other things that I like about 14 is that you can let your canon, your character's personal canon, be whatever you want. It feels like a role-playing game, right? Like you can abide to the Meteor Survivor canon, or you can just pretend that you're doing what you want. Write the story a little bit around your character. You should read my sad grandpa fics. Some people like them. Grandpa's sad, but in like a good way. You know what I'm gonna say. I hope this is not Chris's point. Alright, Lady Amandine. Can you stop mutilating young women? I'd really appreciate it if you would stop doing that. Void call. Oh boy. Oh! They teach you the look away. Like, explicitly. That is great. One of the problems that I always had is they never teach you the look away explicitly in any of the dungeons. So you get people like me who were into like Stormblood or Shadowbringers before they knew what that prompt actually meant. Beguiling Mist. Oh. Interesting. A tank buster? Actually, how about you stop that? A tank buster that can be interrupted. Yep, no lamps. The shit's completely different because it had to be adjusted to more closer suit the way that the AI works. But as a result, it now teaches you more explicitly the look away mechanic. which honestly I think is pretty great. Yeah. Something like that. Hey, we did it. Yeah, physically look away from your monitor. Hey, we did it. Sorry for sneezy. Yay! You guys are doing so good. They're so excited. They're like, we're following this fucking badass warrior around. We get to go on cool adventures. Even though we're disposable NPCs. I like them. I probably shouldn't like them as much as I do. Hmm?
Darkness has taken root within these halls. I am Batman, sprung from the most unlikely of seeds. One cannot help but admire the irrepressible spirit that quickened it to life.
Oh man! You fucklets. Oh, they're black masks.
It is a
Ascian of the 12th Staff.
It is a pleasure to meet you at last, adventurer. You are every bit as intriguing as our master gave us to believe.
It is no ordinary mortal who can acquire one crystal of light, much less 3. The crystals make you strong, and it is to that strength that the light is drawn.
Heidelin chose well.
Yeah, these guys are jobbers. A pity that your existence is irreconcilable with our own. We cannot well allow you to continue upon your present course. Hey, jobbers. You fuckers. Just getting real mad. Why won't you leave me alone?
Alas, we came here not to play, but to take the measure of your strength for Master La Habrea. That task now accomplished, we take our leave of you.
Okay, bye!
Fare you well, bringer of light.
Oh, that's the other guy. Fare you well, bringer of light. Ugh. I'm trying to remember if you can sleep in that bed. If you use doze on that bed, if you can actually sleep in it. Report to that guy. Ursandel. Can I get his tremulous voice? Where is he? Closest is Lancer skill. I'll get you, Billy and Jimmy Warrior of Light. And He-Man. Yeah. Yeah, so what's next? Cutter's Cry is optional.
You are returned. What sights awaited you within the manor? What has become of Lady Amandine? You must tell me.
Shit was bad, man.
So she went so far as to consort with devils. Would that I could have done more to prevent her fall. May she finally find peace in the beyond. I know not whether the masked men you encountered are the same pair that first led my lady astray, but it is plain that they are of the same find. Should the chance ever present itself, promise me that you will visit upon them tenfold the woe they have brought upon others.
You got it!
But who am I to speak of punishment? by my silence I allowed. I know not how many innocent young women do die in unspeakable circumstances. Matters not wherefore. No, misplaced loyalty, cowardice, or both, I am an abettor to a gross crime. I will surrender myself to the authorities, and accept whatever punishment they seem just. I only pray that the gods will have mercy upon my soul.
Alright. Sorry, elderly man. Pray return to the waking sands. Let's go. Ba-ba. You guys can see that I have Feast of Famine. That will never be finished. Feast of Famine will so never be finished that that it's like X'd out in my quest log. I believe it is literally the last side quest that I have to do, like, in the whole game. And it's been that way since Shadowbringers. Like, I cleaned up all the other side quests. Like, my map is clean. Except for stuff that's, like, repeatable, obviously. But... yeah. Oh, Grandpa. And Tataru is still there. Pray return to the waking sands. Thancred. Oh yeah, we were talking to him. We talked to him already. In the before times. Entrance to the Solar. Some of them are good. Some of the side quests are pretty good. Hey Fanny, what's going on?
Welcome back, Graf. Full glad am I to see you safely return. Tell me, how fared you on your sojourn in the Twelveswood?
A sojourn is a little bit of a, like, understatement.
2 of La Habrea's minions, and they sought to measure your strength by their own admission. The devils taunt us. It is beyond doubt, then, the Ascians have begun to move in earnest. Would that we knew to what end. Yet I will not bemoan our plight. Thanks to your tireless efforts, we are at least aware of the encroaching darkness. Alas, we can only do so much. It is clear to me now that we Scions are too few to protect the realm against this threat unaided. We must needs alert the 3 nations to the presence of this elusive enemy, and recommend that they heighten our vigil.
Must needs!
There is no shortage of misery in the world that the Ascians might exploit. We have an arduous struggle ahead of us. Yet come what may, we must not allow ourselves to become lost to hope, for that is precisely what the enemy desires.
You got it.
We have gleaned all we can from the information available to us. Let us set this investigation aside for the present. Another matter has arisen that requires your attention. Let me know when you are ready to be briefed, and I will summon the others.
Ba 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 ba.